Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. I hope you're doing well. It has been a very busy weekend, preceded by a very busy several weeks. So I'm not going to lie, this is my first video that I filmed. Wow, and at least a week and a half, if not 2 weeks. So I was thinking about, what to film or what I wanted to share. And so I thought I would take a look at the back of, because I'm cleaning out my truck. I just got it back. It's been, for 3 months, it's been at the repair shop, getting a new motor and some other things. And so I thought I would take the time to, I'm going to pull out the sled in the back and I'm going to show you what's going on there. Unrehearsed, unscripted, unset up. This is my everyday truck. So here we go. Yeah, let me fold up the back and we'll go from there. So this is it. Of course, a fuel can full. Of course, I just filled it. So a full fuel tank. And I don't know if you can hear that. I have a leak in it somewhere. Then I have my cooler, which I keep pretty much all the time, but I don't know that I've ever shown you the stuff that I religiously keep in my cooler. Waters, Gatorades, and sweet peach tea. And when it's warm, I keep extra waters and Gatorades that I swap out in there. So there we are without the cooler or the extra beverages. And of course, I'm blessed to have this slide out guy. So we have my bug out bag right there, followed by my trauma kit. And then let's just start over here. Well, so we have remnants of a camp trip over there. And my rake, which shouldn't be back here, but I do have what's supposed to be back here is this guy here, and I'll pull that out and show you. It is, well, here, I'll get it out and I'll show you. So there it is. It is just a tripod for hanging pots over a campfire. And you may say, well, wow, that's kind of a silly thing to have in your truck. And I just keep it in there because then I always know where it's at, no matter what. So we'll get to that in a minute. The tools that I keep are a bolt cutter, an axe or a hatchet, and then this folding rake that is wonderful for brush fires or things like that. And then this tool here has an extra couple things in it for sure. My gloves, and those are fire rated gloves. And then hand tools, screwdrivers, wrenches, just normal assorted hand tools and towels. Pliers, Allen wrenches, just a tool bag. So I slid it out, but this is just a standard socket set. So in here on top, I keep a fire extinguisher, which is on top of that. I keep a decent set of jumper cables, a demolition bar, so let's see, that's a water hydrant wrench, a 4-way. Let's pull the things out that don't belong and I'll show you those. Okay, so this is better. Now, I didn't do anything with what I took out of here, so I'm not lying to you. I have a target, an easy targeted fire extinguisher that I keep. It's just for real quick little things. The water hydrant wrench, the 4-way. I keep a hacksaw. There are extra blades down there. I'd keep a short come along. I keep a rubber mallet. I keep my jumper cables there. I keep an extension cord, that's 100 foot. And then there's that demolition bar. Keep some duct tape. And then this guy here is like a bow saw combo. So those are the things that I keep in there with, like I say, I already showed you the fire extinguisher that lives on top. So let me show you what doesn't necessarily belong in there that I had in there. So the ratchet strap tie down. Now it's not that it doesn't belong in the truck, it doesn't belong in that compartment. So then whatever that is, some trash, my locking pin for my hitch, which I've been looking for, an AR mag, a bundle of locks that I do not have the key for any of those, so I do not know why I had them, a quarter full thing of lighter fluid, a brand new parts and pieces box. This is a tree for a propane tank and a bare minimum kit. So this should be in a different, this should be over in one of those. The hammock was not in there. I just tossed it in. It was in the top of the truck. So all that miscellaneous stuff was in here by error. Now that I've gotten rid of those items, a couple other things that are be gotten rid of, just some junk that was in there. So let's look at these tubs. So here we go. Hey, this is like a survival first aid kit. I've talked about it in the past. I may do it again. Rain pants. The rain jacket is under the seat. This is a fire starter kit. It's all kinds of ways to start fire in there. Black and white fire starters. This was a gift from Prepping in Progress. Great stuff in there. I have some Mountain House meals. I have a couple pairs of clean socks and a roll of toilet paper and a Ziploc bag to stay clean and dry. Some zip ties, a Sawyer water filter set up in an Algene with some flavor things in there. So, small pair of binoculars. This little guy here is just a tiny Band-Aid kit that I put together. A mag mount antenna for my radio that's in the truck. And with that antenna, I can mount it to my four-wheeler. A roll of heavy gauge fencing wire. A 12-volt power supply. And I'm not going to lie, I don't remember what that's for. So we're going to set that in a different area till I figure it out. This guy here is just a fierce rod, and I'll show you that later. Some hand warmers And these I swap out every season. So these are last winter's deal. A pair of hair clippers. Why do I carry a pair of hair clippers? Because usually I have an inverter so if I need to cut hair, I can. That inverter is not in the truck right now. It's in the house, but it just went in there the other day. I have some lighters. I have a Write in the Rain notebook. I have a couple packages of tissue. That came out of the pack of lighters. A few different kinds of cordage. Some wax string, some jute string. I have a Spyderco knife, a moray knife, another lighter, some tape, electrical tape, a fire starter, homemade fire starter, sporks. I love sporks. It's got some nut drivers and screwdrivers in addition to being a heating utensil for my mountain house, a sewing kit, and then a blanket in the bottom, and then some insect repellent. So I'm actually in that tote quite a bit. And so, except for the 12 volt power supply, which I don't remember what it's got to be for this FM transmitter I have that goes from a microphone to, to FM radios. But let me put this back in there and I'll show you the last tub in the back of the truck. All right, so let's open this one. So I have a feeling that these were supposed to go in that other tub, so that's where I'll put them back to. But 3 life straws that I got in a deal. So in this one, this is a hammock with mosquito netting on it, which is also where this hammock came from. This one doesn't have the netting, that one does. A dried chamois, a box of medical gloves. So this is where that other AR mag was supposed to be. So we will put both of those together and put them back in there. So this is just a regular paddle holster for the firearm that I carry pretty regular. That way I have it. A toe strap, just a regular toe strap. Nothing fancy, And that one, I got at a sale at Coleman. You can kind of still read the tag a little bit, but anyway. So this is a big roll of tape, super sticky electrical tape that I like to carry around a bit. This is a bag of fire starters. It's got a headlamp in there, and it's got matches, fire starters, the headlamp. That's really all that's in there are those fire starters and the headlamp. And the headlamp, I change the batteries a couple times a year. So the rest of what I have in here is some fuses, and my truck uses mostly the mini fuses. So I bought that set of those. I've got another chamois, not to be confused with that one. And they just absorb water really well, and they work good for all kinds of things. I have a drop-down hitch, and this particular one is for my wheeler trailer, and because it pulls it a little easier for my four-wheeler. I've got a thing of Fix-A-Flat. I've got a thing of oil. Actually, this is transmission fluid. Oh, that's oil. Brake fluid, some Teflon tape, and then a Fiskars wood saw. And that is everything that I keep in here. And there is most of it packed right back how it was. So I know that was a long one. And I had things to show you, that when you work and use your vehicle, it's easy to let things get out of little bit out of hand, but that was an actual look at my truck that I use every day. The things that I carry everywhere I go. The only thing that changes from time to time is the cooler and the tub, the extra drinks. Come winter time, I'll just throw a tiny box of waters in there and the rest will go away. I just keep those mostly in the summer. But that's it. What do you guys carry? What do you have in your vehicle every day? And have you looked at it lately? Check its status, change the batteries where they need to be changed, and make sure everything's in good order. Thanks for watching. Let's get ready.